What is up, YouTube? Today I want to show you guys how to properly grease your linkages. So this goes for any model, any dirt bike with linkages. Can even go with your wheels, swing arm, just anything with bearings in it pretty much. So a common mistake that beginners do make is they believe you grease the bolt. Yes, grease the bolt and then it goes straight back in, and that's your linkage. Linkage is greased. That's not the case. The probably least important thing to grease is actually your bolt. So I've gone over and greased these already. I'll repeat one of these for you just so you can see how to do them. So they will need to come completely out of the bike completely. These got roller bearings in them. They do fall out, or pin bearings or whatever you call them. They will fall out if you're not careful. There's a bit of a technique you can do to it. I'd recommend doing these every 15 hours. You don't really want to go over that too much, especially if you're riding in water, rain, etc. You don't want to be really extending any longer than 15 hours on these, because you will end up replacing bearings a lot if you're going too far on them, especially if you're a trail rider or a river rider. Not so much a motocross rider, but you still will be getting water in there when you're washing. Even though they got seals and shit in them, you still will get water in there. So firstly, what we're going to want to do is there's a wee lip. I normally clean these out with a screwdriver first. So I normally just grab a roll of toilet paper. Just grab a piece, depending on the quality. You can normally just put it on your screwdriver like that. I almost got that, just so you don't make a mess. Got that. It's going to be nice and good, this shit, but because it is new. That brings out the groove. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that on the camera. There's a wee groove in there, you will be able to see them. When it comes to doing them it yourself, what we're going to do is we're going to put our screwdriver under there. The thinner the screwdriver, the better. We're going to put it in there, under the lip. Leverage it out like that. Give all this a clean while it's apart too. There's no point pulling this apart and not cleaning it. So you want to clean all that good. Now what we're going to do is, you got your pin in there, or your piston, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to push it out. Just put your finger there. Or push out with the other cover on the other side. Then you can just pull it out. I'm not going to clean this up or anything because this one's just been greased, but put that there. Now if you can see, if I just grab that torch there quickly, it's got you can see the roller bearings in there. They're especially good to clean, especially important to clean them. I just get toilet paper in there and I put it in there, go forward and then back. I don't move it around. I found if you go forward and back, pushing hardish, you won't end up with any of them falling out. Do it on a surface, not on a messy surface. Do it on a full area, like an area where you're not going to lose them. It's going to be a pain if you lose them. I wouldn't say you'd be able to buy replacement rollers. You'd just be having to buy a new bearing, which would be a pain in the ass. So you do want to make sure you aren't losing them. So it's the same process with everything on every wheel setup pretty much. Or every linkage setup. They all have the same setup as this one does. Everything from your swing arm, I'm pretty sure is the same as these. Wheels will be different. Some will have greasable. Some will have roller bearings like these. Some won't. So some will just be greasing the bolt. Some you will be able to pull out like this, and if you can, I recommend doing that. So once you get that grease up, you just put that back in. I like to put grease in the bearing with my finger and on your piston thing. You want to make sure there's no dirt or anything on there. So let's push it in like that. It will be quiet. If you've got a new bike, do it straight away. they do come with shit all grease in them, next to no grease pretty much, but so you want to do that as soon as possible. These just push in, just like that. Torque these down when you do put it back together too. If you don't, if you go tight, it will affect your suspension. It does affect how your suspension works, etc. The tighter you go, the tighter it's going to push against each other, which is going to affect how it all works. It's going to make shit stiffer. If you go over the torque spec, it's going to make stuff stiffer. If you go under, it's going to make stuff a bit looser, sort of. So I do recommend looking at your torque specs in your manual. Should be in your manual. If you've got a workshop manual, that'd be even handier. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed. I will be making more videos like this. I've got a bike build coming, getting the bike ready for nationals. So they'll have a bike build coming on that shortly. We'll go over part spotlight, etc. Part spotlight on what I will be putting on there. High compression piston, we'll go through the process of putting one of them in probably, and just things along that line, those lines. Putting on graphics, and we'll need some fresh graphics for it, so we'll go over that, bits and pieces like that. It's trimming your spoke, your wheels, etc. Just things like that. So cheers for watching. If you're keen to see some more videos and etc, please subscribe. Cheers for watching. Peace out.